Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have an update to share with you guys about one of Donald Trump's January 6 criminals, but this isn't a typical update. This is more of a red flag warning over how Donald Trump's administration is censoring anything that makes him look bad or anything that might show him, potentially committing a crime. So here's the deal. Here's what's going down. As you see here, this man in the photo with this cardboard cutout of Trump, this is Taylor Taranto. As you guys might recall, he was arrested back in 2023. He was live streaming from Barack Obama's neighborhood. And apparently the feds were watching. People saw him walking through the neighborhood, acting really shady. So the police show up. They bust him because in the live stream, Taranto said he was going to break in. He specifically said he was there to find Obama's house. He wanted to, quote unquote, get a good angle on a shot. Don't know if he meant with a gun or a camera, but then he also said, quote, "We got these losers surrounded. See you in hell, Podestas and Obamas." So that would certainly indicate that he meant a gun. And then also, Taranto claimed that he was on a quote unquote one-way mission to go blow up the National Institute of Standards and Technology. Now, like I said, the police chased him down. They caught him, luckily. They found in his vehicle, they found guns. They found approximately 500 rounds of ammo and a machete. And so after that arrest, they realized that, oh, we had like a bolo out for him. We were actually looking for this guy. He took part in the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol. So he was hit for the charges with the weapons, with, threatening Obama, also then hit with more charges for January 6th. Well, as we all know, Trump gave him a pardon for January 6th, but the judge said, no, that doesn't carry over to these other charges. So in May of this year, there was a bench trial, and this was for the gun charges, for the threats, etc. Well, U.S. District Judge Carl Nichols presided over the case. He found Taranto guilty of illegal possession of guns and ammo because the guns were not licensed. Also, he found him guilty of false information and hoaxes. Not sure exactly what that charge means, but it had to do with the live stream. It had to do with the bomb threat. So I think it was because the bombs weren't legitimate. Like they weren't something that actually would have detonated and gone off and caused a great deal of harm. So they looked at it as a hoax. That's what I'm assuming. But anyway, he was found guilty on that. So he was sentenced today. I have not seen any reporting yet on how much he was sentenced, or what the term of his sentencing, I should say, but I will find that out. I will let you guys know. But what happened before today, what happened before his sentencing is what I'm concerned about. It's a sign that we have absolutely, completely and totally descended into a dystopian nightmare. The prosecutors submitted a sentencing memo, as they always do. They requested 27 months for him. They rightfully stated in this sentencing memo that Taranto took part in the January 6th attack along with, quote unquote, thousands of people comprising a mob. So here's what it said. And you can see the highlighted part is part of what I just read to you. Okay, the prosecutors also noted in the sentencing memo that Taranto knew where to find Obama's house, knew where he lived, because Donald Trump posted Barack Obama's address on social media. You guys might remember that. So this is the part that talks about Donald Trump posting the address online for everyone to see. I mean, wildly irresponsible, completely inappropriate. I mean, just doesn't, those two statements don't even come close to touching what Donald Trump did. Well, for this crime, apparently, the prosecutors committing the crime of telling the truth, they were suspended. Take a look at this. So within hours of submitting that sentencing memo to the court, Assistant U.S. Attorneys Carlos, I think it's Valdivia, is how you pronounce it, Valdivia, and then Samuel White, they were both placed on leave. Not only that, the DOJ, I almost said DJ, anyway, the DOJ pulled the original sentencing memo from the court system. They literally ghosted the sentencing memo. They disappeared it. The new memo was uploaded and it had no references to the January 6th mob, no references to Donald Trump posting Obama's address. So they're undermining part of their own case just so that they don't make Donald Trump look bad, just so that they don't get him in trouble. I mean, disturbing is not a strong enough term to describe what's going on here. This is insane. This is some North Korea, Russia level shady shit. This is the kind of stuff that they do in those countries. Like the leader, their dear leader, cannot possibly do anything wrong. You can't say anything negative about them. So these two agents, they haven't spoken out. Apparently, the news was leaked about their suspension by insiders who obviously the reporters aren't going to name because then they'll get suspended or even worse. This is insane. Absolutely absurd and crazy. So, I mean, the one good thing is that someone is still leaking. Even with all of the threats, even with, everybody in Donald Trump's administration trying to keep a lid on the leaks and threatening people who might be leaking, it is still happening. So that is one decent sign. But this is just beyond the pale. So, like I said, guys, when I hear about his sentencing, when I find out how much time he actually received, I will let you know. And I do have, and I've mentioned this before, I do have mixed emotions on this guy because he is a veteran. He is, I think he was in the Navy or something like that, but he is, he was wounded. He suffers from PTSD. He has mental health issues as a result of his time in the military. So as I've said before, I have a great deal of respect for people who were in the military. And I think that we do not take, I know we don't take control of their care enough. We don't handle it enough. We don't provide enough for them. We don't give them the care and the concern and support that they need when they come back and they have been wounded or they are having mental health issues because of their service to our country. So I think that we have let our veterans down hugely. And this is a direct result of that. This man obviously has many issues. So anyway, and that's not to let him off the hook. He committed crimes here. He needs to pay for them. And, I wonder, you just have to wonder, like, if this guy didn't have mental health issues, if he wasn't suffering from PTSD and other issues, would he be a Trump supporter? Seems like those things kind of go hand in hand. So I'm not saying that everyone who supported Trump or voted for him has mental health issues, but yeah, There's a high number of them. Let's just put it that way. Seems to be a common thread. That and fear, just fear of everything and everyone who doesn't look and act like them. So, what does that say about Trump? I mean, what haven't we said about Trump? Anyway, guys, like I said, I'll let you know. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like this video. Please share it with others so they understand how bizarre our country, how completely corrupt our country has become. And nothing like this has gone on before. Nothing. And don't let the right fool you or trick you or convince you otherwise, because this has not happened. All right. Like I said, share it with everybody. Support the show if you possibly can. Subscribe if you have not already. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.